The Arctic Circle of Alaska, a place I read about in amazement as a kid, but never imagined getting to experience it myself. But this year, I, along with friends John and Neil, made the dream a reality. We were going to the Brooks Range on a DIY drop camp for migrating barren-ground caribou. From our homes in Wisconsin, it was a long journey, from planning, gearing up, and logistics. Flights from Minneapolis to Seattle to Anchorage and to the city of Kotzebue, all before our final journey into the wild. With our store manager Tom having been there a few years prior, our confidence was high, and having trusted first-hand experience was vital on a trip like this. He told us to call Brian, Ram in Aviation, be prepared for the unexpected, and get ready for a wild trip. Join us as we share some of the highlights of our amazing adventure. At Chase Outdoors, our passion is outfitting you with the best hunting and fishing gear there is, so that you too can enjoy an adventure like this. Kotzebue, Alaska, known as the gateway to the Arctic, is a remote city along the northwest coast of Alaska on the Baldwin Peninsula. Population of just under 3,000 is primarily Inupiat Native Americans who for generations have called this place home and practice subsistence living by fishing for salmon, hunting caribou, and harpooning seals and beluga. Kotzebue is critical to the region, serving as the center for shipping, healthcare, and supplies to neighboring villages. Accessible only by boat, airplane, or snow machine in winter, getting supplies to the city is a logistical challenge. This makes the cost of living expense with $10 a gallon fuel, $11 a gallon milk, and poor access to other goods very expensive. Much of the city's people are subsidized by government programs, but private commerce is increasing in the region. It's been well supported by the Red Dog Mine, 80 miles north, providing 600 jobs and over $300 million in revenue. The mine is set to be depleted of high-grade ore by 2031, and there are questions about the economic future. Compared to life in Wisconsin, it is certainly a stark contrast in conditions and culture. One example, the liquor store is connected to the jail. A background check and monthly license to purchase alcohol is symbolic of the substance abuse challenges of the area. On the other side, the Northwest Arctic Heritage Center immerses you in Inupiat culture and history, offering insight into the creative measures used to survive in this harsh environment for generations. Challenges are many in Kotzebue. Poor economy and harsh conditions, largely isolated from the rest of society, has resulted in a culture that is distressed. It is not without a high crime rate that has been featured in the TV show Alaska PD. And it's not all people, sometimes it's animals. The first day we arrived, there was a grizzly patrolling the town 1 block from our hotel. With the cost of goods being so high and the community limited in opportunity, we feel a sense of neutral. This is understandable. By the time you get the yard cleaned up, the entire city is underwater from a tsunami or covered in snow from a long winter. There is a definite relationship amongst the people and their land. On one side, a prison of a certain stance, and the other, a romantic relationship to culture, history, nature, and family. One thing Kotzebue has that few other places do is being the front door to an incredible wilderness, unlike anywhere else I've ever been, and exceptional caribou hunting. My motivation to go on a caribou hunt came from a sense of urgency. I remember the early 2000s. Caribou populations were significantly higher than they are today. Places like Safari Nordique, where some coworkers had gone, allowed the harvest of 2 caribou for a relatively low price and had countless animals. Now that outfitter and the caribou in that area are virtually gone. Quite honestly, I wasn't sure about how accessible or affordable a caribou hunt would be, and I waited until I retired. This is not the case like buffalo. Caribou have a complex diversity of issues affecting their current populations. Destination hunter harvest is not a measurable factor, as cow mortality is the leading cause for population decline, or factors like wolf and grizzly predations, disease, insect, and environmental impacts of climate change. Within the past few years, the native regulations have been reduced to 15 caribou per person per season, limit of 1 cow. Some herds in other parts of the state are without a bag limit, and the season is open year-round. One challenge with the herd that we hunted is arguably the Red Dog Mine. In 1989, the second ore mine was constructed north of Kotzebue. A 52-mile haul road was constructed to move materials from the mine to the coast of the sea, which is used 24/7. From this time, caribou migration patterns have changed significantly, from traveling south close to Kotzebue to now, through the Brooks Range, significantly north. This has drastically affected the herd, with studies showing up to a 10 times increase in migration time. Slow crossers of the road took an average of over 33 days compared to 3 days for normal crossers. This has increased stress and survival rates amongst the caribou and pushed them through a more difficult, longer path further away from Kotzebue, making further flight and higher expectation expense to access animal populations. Ram Aviation is one of a few transporters based out of Kotzebue. This is what could be considered a DIY hunt. Ram pilots are not guides. They fly you to a location and drop you off and leave you to yourself. Calling it a DIY does feel like a little bit of a cheat to me, as pilots live here and are in the air constantly and are putting you in place to succeed. Another great thing about Ram is the ability to rent gear from them. For the extra fee, having a tent, cot, cooking supplies, water, and fuel significantly reduces the planning and cost associated with flying that gear commercially. Without what we had rented, flying with our guns, gear, there and back, with antlers and meat, was as much as I would suggest to anyone given the choice. It's money well spent. To break down the trip, we flew commercially with Alaskan Airlines out of Minneapolis to Kotzebue. After our trip, I would suggest booking with Expedia and getting the flight insurance because it's highly likely that you'll need to change flights as we did for our return home. If you do, it'll be much easier and less expensive than working directly with the airline. Early in your trip planning, you'll want to have a hotel booked for the day of arrival. While there is a new hotel in town that is very nice, has a restaurant, does have a cooler for post-hunt meat storage, we took the entertaining approach and stayed at Bivers with host Gene, who gave us some one-liners we'll never forget. In addition, be prepared for your one-night stay to become two or more. Weather is always a challenge here. Pilots are in no rush to do anything but put safety first in your flight. We ended up spending 2 days at Bivers, took in the sights, the museum, ate some good food, and decompressed from travel while being filled with anticipation and eagerness. Once we got the green light, we loaded up and we were off. I was first to head into the field with my co-pilot, Kiva, in her 1940s Piper Supercar. 80 miles an hour feels like crawling in the sky, which is great because we wanted to soak up every minute of the flight. Once you immediately identified that God was in control and gave up the nerves of being in a plane with tie-back wing coverings and plexiglass windows, you found yourself over the sea and then a buffet of ever-changing environments. The landscape changed like a kaleidoscope. It was worth the trip itself. 140 miles later, we landed on the saddle between two mountains. I unloaded the gear and Kiva reminded me to stay strapped, as the last group which happened to be here, which was Iron Whale Bill, had a lot of bear encounters. For the next 2 hours while I waited for Will John, I hauled gear to our camping spot in this incredible valley. Put up the tent, had internal feelings that were entirely new. This place was incredible. Shortly before the boys landed, I was greeted by our first couple of caribou. From then on, we never quit seeing them. We finished setting up camp, shot our rifles, and tried to sleep. Well, there goes my plane, and I am currently all alone in the Arctic Circle. Hope that my buddies get here safe and soon. There are my boys. No longer alone. Look at him. And touchdown. So got camp set up. John and I have shot at the Black Rock. Neil's now shooting at the hole where Black Rock used to be. Then we're good to go. Get some dinner, get some rest. So ready. Oh my God, that's It doesn't get dark for very long, and in between all the grizzly sign and anticipation for the hunt, there wasn't a lot of sleep, and we were up early. We split up, heading in different directions. After getting a mile or so from camp, I turned around to see a herd directly above our tent. From there, I got the joy of watching John, through my spotting scope, put on a stalk to a nice bull, and after a summer of building and perfecting his custom rifle, took his Caribou at nearly bow range. From the distance, it was hard to get a complete grip on everything that was going on, but shortly after John shot, I heard Neil shoot too. It was the first morning. We had a double, not to mention a short downhill pack out for both of them. After carefully processing the bulls to get all the meat off the bone, we made it back to camp and enjoyed lunch. Filtered some water and headed back out and found a group of big bulls that we couldn't quite get to due to a river to cross. The next day there were caribou everywhere. I found a herd a few miles away and I wanted to pursue and started the long trek to put myself in the travel path. In Glassick, I saw Neil from a distance. He joined me on the stalk. We ended up running into a herd of bulls with two big bulls. I knew I wanted this wide one, dropping velvet, and when they turned and ran down the hill, I pursued them, only to have them run back in my direction to provide me with a shot opportunity. After my bull fell, I had to split my emotions between the awe of the incredible animal and the awe of this incredible country. From being a child, I had read books about the great Alaskan wilderness, and now I was here. My soul was on fire, and it was worth everything that went into it. Memories, not dreams, is inscribed on a glass that John got me, and it is so right. The time is now. I can always retire later, but my knees aren't guaranteed to wait for me. Procrastinate my life to should have, could have. The memories are much better shared with friends, and I am grateful to have had those guys along for the ride. The friends who have shared the knowledge and ran for such a fine operation. We're blessed beyond measure to be in God's great outdoors. This is what our store Chase Outdoors is all about. If you're inspired for adventure, visit chase-outdoors.com for the best gear for adventure, or stop in our store and let us help you get started on your own journey.